Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to your weekly announcement. My most recent counseling lesson is all about how to manage your anger. Anger is a normal human emotion, but we don't want it to take over our lives or take over our lives in a negative way. So please check out my latest counseling lesson to give you some tips and ideas on how to manage your anger. And if you ever need any help with dealing with things that make you angry or that push your buttons, you can always email me at safe@carneyschools.com. And don't forget to join my Google Classroom if you haven't done so already, and that's at code ABJNBSO. Just a reminder too that if you're not following our Washington School Instagram, I don't know what's wrong with you because you should be, and you are gonna follow us at, hopefully, Washington School NJ. And also, there's my counseling site. I always plug all those things, so I just want to make sure I did that. I feel like we need a reminder on this. I haven't done this since the beginning of the school year, but a reminder that Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are your live days. And don't forget, on Tuesdays and on Thursdays are your flex days. So flex days, you should know this by now. I'm not sure if you need any help with this, that flex days, you're going to be working independently. And also, if you ever need any help from your teachers, you could always meet with them on a flex day. You just have to let them know. I'm not sure how your teacher sets it up, whether or not they schedule it with you or if you have to reach out to them. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays, your teachers and myself are here for you if you need us, okay? So just wanted to give you guys a reminder on that. Hopefully you guys are utilizing that extra time when needed. I also wanted to remind you guys that this week I dropped our honors assembly that was for grades 4, 5, and 6, as well as our Student of the Month presentation for the month of November. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out, please do so. I just want to let you guys know, I had a couple of emails about this, that our local paper, The Observer, published the honors list for 4, 5, and 6 for Washington School and Kearney, but that list is incorrect. It's not Washington School and Kearney. I know. I always think we're the only Washington school in the whole entire world, but we're not. But for some reason they posted that it was from Kearney, but that's not us. And that list of our kids should be coming out shortly. So thank you to those who let us know of that error. Also a reminder that this upcoming Friday, not this Friday, on the 18th, is our ugly sweater competition. So today I'm rocking out my Slay all day. Wanted to make sure and show my belly. My Slay all day sweater that I wore in the past. So I can't wait to see what you guys enter into our ugly Christmas sweater competition. And also next Friday on your live day, rock out your sweater. I can't wait to show you guys what my entry is going to be for the competition. I think it's pretty cool. Also on December 23rd is pajama day. So rock out your best or most unique pajamas on that last day of this year. Not the last day of the school year, but the last day of 2020 at Washington School. We're gonna be wearing our pajamas on that day. Also, I wanted to take this moment to shout out our Teacher of the Year. If you haven't heard already, our Teacher of the Year at Washington School is none other than our very own Miss Weiss from 2nd grade. Miss Weiss is one of the most kindest, most compassionate, most innovative, creative, amazing. I could just keep going about just how awesome Miss Weiss is to us as a staff and to her students and to her family. So it is a well-deserved win for Miss Weiss. Congratulations. Also, I wanted to shout out our Educational Service Professional of the Year, and that is our paraprofessional, our aide, Mrs. Harks. Congratulations to her. Mrs. Harks has been there when I first started at Washington School, and she's been there well before that, helping out students one-on-one or in a classroom setting for a teacher. So we are so proud to have Mrs. Harks at our school. She's always a smiling face, and I am so very happy to announce her as our Educational Service Professional of the Year. Congratulations to you, Mrs. Harks. To birthdays, I want to share some of the pictures I've received of some of our November Student of the Month recipients. Parents, if you would like a copy of their certificate emailed to you, just email me at safi@carneyschools.com. I'd be more than happy to do that for you. And you can print them on your own, or you can have your child pose next to it on their tablet or on their laptop. So here they are.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Don't forget, you could always email or direct message the school Instagram if you would like a story feature on our Instagram for your birthday. So let's see whose birthdays passed this week. On December 7th, Justin Ortiz Ovando celebrated a birthday from 3rd grade. On December 9th, Rafael Lopez de Silva from pre-K celebrated a birthday. On December 10th, Anthony Ortega from 2nd grade, as well as Arthur Tavares from 4th grade celebrated a birthday. On December 11th, Samia Almeida from 6th grade celebrated a birthday, as well as Aaliyah Escobar in 1st grade from Miss Saluga's class. On December 12th, we have lots of birthdays. Victor Calderon from 1st grade, Mason Castillo from 1st grade from Miss Hornung's class, Valeria Garcia Payares from 5th grade from Miss Frankino's class, Brittany Paz from 4th grade, Angel Vega from 5th grade from Miss Lavella's class, and our very own ESL bilingual teacher, Mr. Becerra, are celebrating birthdays. And on December 13th, Jacob Blancas from kindergarten, Emmy Correa from kindergarten, Nailia Garcia Bonilla from 1st grade, and Paula Otero from 3rd grade from Mrs. Ruthman's class, and finally Merlin Paulino Cordero from 1st grade are all celebrating birthdays. And I hope you had and will have awesome and fantastic birthday celebrations full of cake. I feel like one day I'm gonna say something different. I'm gonna say like, oh, full of like pizza or full of, I don't know, cotton candy, and it's just gonna blow your minds. But until then, it's always gonna be cake. Now to some grade level news, grade level shout outs, and some student shout outs. From pre-K, Eva is a wonderful student to work with. She worked really hard this week on completing all of her assignments. She also made a list with her family and identified things that people need and compared it to the things that trees need in order to grow. Also, she is one of Snow Owl's biggest fans, and he loves seeing her when they sing their goodbye song at the end of class. Way to go, Eva, and way to go on being the Snow Owl's #1 fan. Everyone needs a #1 fan, but way to go, I'm so proud of you. On some 1st grade news, I got some sibling love, because you know I love when siblings shout each other out. Logan Diaz from 3rd grade wanted to shout out his brother Mason in 1st grade. Logan wanted to shout out Mason because his brother has received Student of the Month twice in a row, and he wanted to congratulate him. Thank you so much, Logan, for sending that awesome shout out. Now on to some 2nd grade news, and by golly, I've got a lot of 2nd grade news. And our first one comes from Mrs. Torres, and she wanted to shout out Mariana Ribeiro de Souza. Mrs. Torres said that when she needed help in a breakout room, Mariana volunteered, and that's in caps, to help guide her through the Google Slides in Mrs. Peso's class so that Mrs. Torres could see what the students were working on. She is so proud of Mariana for offering to help, and she sends her an air hug. And I do too. I love that. Thank you so much, Mrs. Torres, for sharing that good news. Paul Torral wanted to shout out Maria Geraldo Calle, both from Miss Donovan's class. Paula said that Maria helps her so much with her homework and that she wants to thank her for being her BFF. Thank you so much for sharing the good news, Paula. It makes me so happy that you're shouting out your friend and that she's helping you out. Mrs. Weiss wanted to shout out her 2nd grade. Their class is working hard on numbers 1 to 1,000. They're all able to quick draw numbers, read numbers as words, and write them in expanded form. Every day they amaze her with how they are learning. She is so proud. Miss Weiss also wanted to shout out her Orton group. Her Orton group is mastering vowel sounds. This week, the entire class went on fire during their vowel intensive, getting every single vowel sound correct. And they made her so incredibly proud. Way to go, Miss Weiss's class. You guys are on fire. I love it. Mrs. Pesa wanted to shout out Amelia, Heba, Arwa, Amani, Jacob, and Jade in 2nd grade. They meet their required time of 30 minutes on happy numbers by the middle of the week. Great job following directions and getting your work done. Mrs. Peso is so proud of you. Keep up the good work and remember that you're awesome. That is fantastic news. Finally, our last piece of good news from 2nd grade comes from Miss Crawford, and she wanted to shout out her class for reading 900 books on Epic. And you know what I love to say? That is pretty epic. It really is. She is so proud of the hard work that they are putting in, and I am too. That is fantastic, fabulous, and phenomenal news. I dig it. On to some fourth grade news. Mrs. Molina, who happens to be back from her maternity leave, so welcome back, Mrs. Molina. We're so happy to have you. And she wanted to shout out her kids for reading 500 books on Epic, and that is pretty epic. Epic. It's really epic. Finally, our last piece of shout outs for students comes from Ava from fourth grade, and she wanted to shout out her classmates, Pedro and Juliana, for getting Student of the Month. Thank you so much, Ava, for sending in that kind shout out. I love when we shout each other out. You know what I like to say all the time? It's the news I love to hear. On to some staff shout outs. Valeria from fifth grade wanted to shout out her teachers, Mrs. Lavelle and Mrs. Franchino. She said thank you for being such nice teachers and for being so patient with her. And Valeria also gave me a shout out for thanking me for helping the school and for all that I do. So thank you so much, Valeria, for spreading the good news. Comer wanted to shout out Mrs. Franchino, Mrs. Lavelle Mazel, Mr. Postal, Miss Sansone, and Miss Ricca. She wanted to shout them out for being great grade partners and everyone helping each other out during this online learning. Last staff shout out comes from Ava Beatty in fourth grade, and she wanted to shout out Miss Sansone. Ava said that she loved the elf writing that Miss Sansone did for the kids, that it was so much fun. She said, "We love you, Miss Sansone." We've made it to the end, my friends. It's time for Friday Funnies.
Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the week.
Our first Friday Funny comes from Ramses Cruz Maldonado from second grade from Miss Donovan's class. And his Friday Funny is, how does a train eat? Choo choo. Kiana Orzero from fifth grade has two Friday Funnies, and she's from fifth grade from Miss Lavelle's class. And her first one is, what happens when a bird gets sick? It needs tweetment. And the second one is, I really like this one. What did the Wi-Fi say to the phone? Do you have Wi-Fi? Because I think we have a connection. Our next one comes from our third grade teacher, Mr. Bauer, and his Friday Funny is, why didn't the clam share his candy? Because he was a little shellfish. And that's not cool. Paulo Shiro from Mrs. O'Grady's class has our next Friday Funny. And his is, what does the mother egg say to her son? You are excellent today. I think you all are excellent every day. Our next one comes from Mrs. Gorodsky Smith. And her Friday Funny is, where did the snowman go dancing? To the snowball. Our next one comes from Farazan Qureshi from fifth grade from Miss Lavelle's class, and his Friday Funny is, why did the cookie go to the doctor? Because he was feeling crummy. And we have two more, and our next one comes from Ava Beatty from fourth grade, and her Friday Funny is, why did the chicken cross the road? Because he was tired of his mother yelling at him. Sorry, chicken. And our last one comes from Brandon Castillo from third grade, and his Friday Funny is, what does the beach do when it sees its friends? It waves. And I actually forgot I have one last joke, and it's from Mrs. Crawford from second grade, and her Friday Funny is, what do you get when you cross an iPad with a Christmas tree? Why, a pine apple. A pine tree apple product. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a hot minute to get it, and it's actually pretty funny. Thank you so much for sharing that, Mrs. Crawford. And that's it, my friends. Don't forget that next Friday on our live day, we're going to be rocking out our ugly Christmas sweaters. If you want to enter the competition, send me a picture of you in your ugly Christmas sweater to my email at saf@carneyschools.com. We're going to vote on it, so that's going to be really exciting. Also, don't forget that if you don't already have pajamas at the ready for December 23rd, make sure you have those. And finally, I want to give another huge congratulations to Miss Ways and to Mrs. Hark for getting Teacher of the Year and Educational Service Professional of the Year. We're so incredibly proud to call you our Washington School family. As always, don't forget that I love you, your teachers love you, and Washington School loves you. Washington School. Happy Friday, everyone. Whoops. Okay. All right, let's do that again. The bloopers, they make themselves, I swear. All right, no. No.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
I love getting news about Epic because I love saying it. Also, it is pretty epic. That's me sprinkling like happy dust or something. But I do love it. I think of something that sounds cool with Elf. And as always, don't forget that I love you, your teachers love you, and Washington School loves you. Bringing back the xylophone. I went the wrong way.